I've shared what I feel at length. I think it's worth a few minutes if you guys share a little bit what you've taken from these days.
Well, I just wanted to follow, obviously I can't follow on what you were saying, but I just wanted to, since Ben and I organised this, I just wanted to thank each and every one of you for taking time out, spending some hard-earned money to come along and make this trip as special as it has been for the last 2 days. I think we all agree we've learnt a lot, we've shared a lot, we've cried a lot. And I also want to really thank Sarah and the Rabbi for their inspiration, their leadership, their guidance, because without them the trip wouldn't, wouldn't have been the same. What we've seen is places and history and memories, but you guys have made the actual trip. You've put the colour on the picture and made it a special couple of days. That's what I can say.
And I think special thanks to Tommy and to Ben for all the tremendous amount of organisation beforehand and during the trip kept us all happy and made sure everybody had what they need.
The thanks are right and necessary, but take us a little bit further. What were your thoughts? What do you take from the trip? Besides the need to thank those who organized it.
Well,
what did you expect? Was it different to what you expected?
I'm not sure what I expected, and I didn't have any clear picture of what I
Have you been here before?
Not here, no, I wasn't here before. I think I largely agree with what you said, that our task is now to build and to be positive, to build for the future. I don't think it's a worthwhile exercise to spend all your time, delving into the Holocaust. I mean, there are books have been written on it, and studies have been made on it. Holocaust studies in some places, they do Holocaust studies of what exactly happened, when it happened, why it happened. And the thing that annoys me most is what can we do to stop it happening again, which is the most foolish of all. These people who said, never again, what a foolish thing to say, because we didn't allow it in the first time either. It wasn't that we allowed it, and we made a mistake, and we were not going to allow it again. Anything that happens like that is not done without permission. But, just to spend, one's whole, there are a few individuals, like Shimon Wiesenthal and those who made their life's effort to go into things and to track down the people responsible and to bring them justice. But for the whole of Klal Yisrael, I think the best thing that we have done is that we have built up new Yiddishkeit, and this is something which is absolutely amazing when you think what Jews have done. You see, and this is where I feel that there are some people who are not religious, and they're not interested to study Torah, they're not interested in keeping mitzvahs, but they want to be Jewish, they want to do something Jewish. So what can I do Jewish? Holocaust, that's something Jewish. And I think a lot of this Holocaust occupation with the Holocaust is a sort of a substitute for getting on with Yiddishkeit and learning and keeping mitzvahs and spreading Yiddishkeit. And I think our task has got to be to build up. We have to have a certain amount of time for this. And in our calendar, we've got Tisha B'Av is really a day when we think back about the Churban Beis HaMikdash, and at the same time the Churban of all the other communities, as Ross said yesterday, Magenza, the three Shum, or the Speyer, Magenza, and Worms, all the things that happened. We have sort of one day when we have Tisha B'Av, but we don't go mooching on and on and on about it. There's some people who will go on, spend the whole life mooching, it's terrible what they did to us, we're all refugees, and we think, we don't go around saying we're refugees, I'm a refugee, and then...
I can interrupt. Was that reinforced by these 2 days? What did you take from these 2 days specifically?
I think it was reinforced. What I got specifically from this, I would have to think it over. I've got to let it, ruminate in my mind. I think what we saw, the scale and the cruelty and the way that everything happened was so enormous that I think the human mind can't really take it in at all. We haven't got a big enough, we just can't take it in. Partly we don't want to take it in. There's a sort of a, I don't want to call it denial, but we just can't cope with it, you know, what happened and all the pain that there was. So, you know, when you say, what did it do for me? What did it teach me? What did I learn from this? I've got to sort of reflect on it and think about it. Maybe on the plane I'll have some more thoughts.
Michael, you're sitting there, you're bursting.
No, not at all. I'm just listening.
I'm going in age order. David, you're next. Ladies are always younger.
I've seen all your passports, so I know.
I didn't know what to expect. Well,